Anglers. This is Anglers 48, and welcome to the Anglers 48 show live. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. It is Friday, the end of the week, and how's it looking for anglers this weekend? Well, there won't be any fishing trips for anglers this weekend. I do have my mother's birthday coming up, and once again, it's very important. I will be visiting her and my dad on Sunday, so we're gonna do some good quality time there with the family. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So want to wish my mother a very happy birthday, future birthday once again. She's gonna be 21 years old strong come Sunday. So the wind continues again. It stopped for maybe about 2 days during the week, but it's come back with a vengeance, and it it kind of reminds me of the 2021 year when it was just windy all year long. So it's just ugly. People still continue to go fishing, guys, regardless of the wind. Continue to see them on Facebook, posting their catch, and I mean, props to them. What are we gonna be talking about on this episode, guys? We're gonna be talking about the outcome, right, from my last fishing trip. Doing some freshwater fishing. Now, this is the most freshwater fishing that I've done as far as I can remember, right? And maybe that's what it's gonna start coming to, guys, with the wind being the way it is, gas prices, starting to go back up. So, and on Sunday when I went fishing with Tony, my partner in crime, I took a video of Delta Lake. Right, we stopped at Delta Lake to see if we can get some live shiner. Very serene, very peaceful, beautiful. Um, and I'm talking about the overall scene, right? But it's a shame, right? It's a shame that something as beautiful, right, as Delta Lake and its history, right, that it can be neglected and littered with trash. So I wasn't too excited when I started noticing that a lot of neglect. Obviously, the county, uh, the what they talk about as far as the pollution, the pesticides that are in there. So money be invested, right, to fix it up, and then post signs, please do not consume the fish. So yeah, but we caught a few chiners right there, some good sized ones, and then we headed out to our secret spot. Now, I can't really disclose where we were fishing. um there are several bodies, there are several canals out there, right, where we can do some good fishing. But my friend Tony, he wasn't too happy with me disclosing the general area, right? Um, it's one of those things, you give up the spot, and pretty soon you show up, and there's all kinds of people, in that area, and you're not able to fish and things of that nature. So it will continue to be a secret spot. Again, it is in Hidalgo County. Some people do disclose, right, where they're fishing. I've heard some people say Mercedes, right? Mercedes, that's a good spot. Other people, they've said Progreso, right? In Progreso, there's certain areas. Other people, they talk about Mission, right? They say that in Mission, there's some nice canals out there. And if you take the back roads, right? If you take the back roads, and I'm talking about Ed Couch, and I'm talking about La Villa, and I'm talking about Santa Rosa, right? If you take those back roads going north, right, you're bound to find some nice canals. Now, the next question is, what are those canals tied to? Well, I've said if you're fishing canals that are closer to Willacy, right, there is a chance you may get into some saltwater species. And I'm talking about redfish. Maybe not trout, but because there's some canals that are somewhat connected, right, to smaller estuaries coming from the bay, right, and some of these fish, they make their way right inland and then find themselves growing and reproducing in those canals. So people have said that they've caught redfish in canals, right? You can make the argument, the arroyo, right? In Harlingen, you have gar, you got bass, you got redfish. Redfish can be caught in that area. And some of those canals, they make their way south, right? South of Harlingen. Travel those back roads. See if you can get one of those, canals. Now, if you're fishing in the bay, right, saltwater, you're out there in Arroyo City, hey, there's a lot of fish over here, guys, in the bay. It's a massive bay. But, hey, guys, thank you for those. Thank you for those, guys. But if you're fishing in a canal, right, nice, peaceful, serene, clean, right? There's no trash. And you say, hey guys, come on in. Next thing you know, you get there and there's already guys fishing there. You get there and there's already all kinds of litter. So you want to do good, right? But you also, So, guys, saltwater versus fresh water, all right? What's your take? Obviously, right, as a child, right, growing up, we would work in the fields. We would go up north where there's, little ponds, right, that they used to irrigate. Man, we would be there having fun catching catfish left and right. Right? Hello. Hello, Ms. Myers. Welcome to the Anglers 48 show. Now, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. I got into saltwater fishing at a very young age. My father would take us to Port Mansfield, would take us to Arroyo City. I don't recall too many trips to the island, but we would venture to those spots fairly young. A lot of responsibility, right? But back then, our grandfathers and our fathers, those were men, right? Those were, they could handle the pressure of, having their kids around. Nowadays, it's about safety. It's about, making sure that nothing happens to the kids. So the kids, they end up staying here safe. And they're not exposed to what we were exposed to, right? Roughing it out there, having fun, slinging the line. But nonetheless, I grew up doing a little bit of fresh water while we were out in the, laboring. But I connected more with salt water. Now, I'm a fellow Facebook user, and a lot of my followers and a lot of the people that I engage with, they're more into freshwater fishing, fishing those canals, right? Going after the bass, going after the carp, going after channel cat. I'm still yet to catch a catfish. Out in saltwater, I catch them left and right, and back they go. A few of them have stabbed me a couple of times, but now this past weekend I was able to catch a garfish. Now I had already caught a garfish back when I was still in high school, but this one here, it was really special. I was able to be out there with my partner in crime, Tony. It's a neat experience. I'm still into the evening, night, and morning fishing. I don't do too well with just a few hours in the morning of freshwater fishing. I'll do the early morning fishing out in the bay, but I just can't stomach fishing out, getting there early in the morning for just for some freshwater fishing. Now, what's coming up, guys? Like I said, it's basically another 2021 year where the winds are just relentless. When do they let up? Obviously, when you are working, when you can't get out on the water. Now, unless you're retired or unless your job kind of like allows you to do all that stuff, but we're looking at first. I'm looking at for the weather to kind of ease up a little bit. It's barely going to be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I'm already feeling a little chill outside. It's early in the morning, and I can feel that chill. Now, if you're going to do some overnight fishing, even with the winds, that chill is very, very unbearable, And even if you are very well insulated, you're going to have a hard time because when you're insulated, you're sweating. And then that sweat is going to turn into, you getting sick later on. So I want to see if I can do some overnight fishing. We want to be able to go and hook up with Tony on his boat and see if we can go to the East Cut. We want to be able to see if we can get into those big bulls. Also, the tracker. The tracker hasn't touched the water all year long. This month right here, I have to renew my fishing license. Next month, I have to renew the plate on the truck. And then in June, I have to renew the plate on the boat. So I'm renewing the plate on the boat just for it to sit there. Hey, Robert. The plan for the weekend, my friend. Well, like I was mentioning, this is an interesting weekend simply because it's my mom's birthday, right? And I gotta do the right thing, right? I gotta do the right thing and put her first, right? I gotta put her first. So no fishing this weekend. The only way is if Tony calls me, right? If he calls me, and he's probably watching this, Tony, you're probably one of those watching. So pay attention. Unless Tony calls me and says, hey, dude, let's go do a quick fishing trip. on Saturday. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna tell him, hey, let's go, right? But if he calls Rob and says, hey, dude, let's go, then we'll go, right? A few hours. But I have to be ready. Have to be, I'm gonna do my part. But like I said, I've been falling behind on the podcasts. Sometimes it's very very difficult to be able to get into the podcasts when there are so many things going on, right? I have certain videos that I haven't been able to upload, right? So you may see some videos. They're not like from yesterday, right? But they're, like I said, I'm working on that, Robert. Um, oh yeah, thank you, Robert. Greatly appreciate it, man. Now, thinking about it, Robert, sometimes, not sometimes, but looking back at some of the videos that I've posted in the past, some of my better fishing like outcomes have been when the wind has been not so calm, right? And I'll go back and I'll look at some of those videos, right? And the wind is howling, and there I am catching. But the thing is, like for a windy day, you want to look for a place where the wind is to your back. And what I like to do is popping cork, live shrimp, right? Popping cork, live shrimp, and if not, maybe a gold spoon. Simply because of the seagrass, right? When it's windy and it's choppy, there's a lot of seagrass, right? And if you're going to be using that artificial, you're going to be having a difficult time because it's going to be constantly getting gunked up with grass. Now, Tony's trying to get me hooked with freshwater, and now going back when I caught this when I caught this gar, it was on a pole that I hadn't used in a while, and I had just replaced the line with some braided line that I had there from the past. Sometimes I'll discard them, sometimes I won't. Anyway, I had braided line on that pole, and it almost took that pole. Tony and I were having a conversation, and that pole flew out of the truck, but I was able to get it and stuff, right? But once again, thanks for wishing my mom a happy birthday, my friend. Uh, we really want to get out there. There's a buddy of mine. He's invited me to go to Gaiman's Bridge, right? And we all know this. We know this, Rob. Gaiman Bridge is king. You get all the species: trout, red, drum, flounder, snook. You get all the species. You can limit out like this. We all know this. But you're gonna be shoulder to shoulder, right? There's gonna be a lot of anglers left and right, And unfortunately, even though I can, maybe have success, I'm not. That's not my thing. Maybe for the sake of hooking up with him to go, maybe I'll do that. But he says that he wanted to go fish like about maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, you know. But I'm just, that's not, like I said, you know my fishing, Rob. You've seen the videos. Out in the open, fan casting, taking my time, and that's the best. That's the best right there. Then you land the fish. But I just can't see myself going out there and especially in the boat, getting out there on the boat and you're just having a horrible time, and being like, I knew it was gonna be a horrible time. Why did I come on the boat? So no, but that's pretty much like I said. What's gonna be going on? Expenses here, the license, and the boat. But I gotta once again take care of my mom. I gotta upload a couple of videos. I'm gonna see if I can upload one in a day or two. But again, if I if all of a sudden you see me upload a video from the canal, it's probably because Tony invited me. But yeah, I'll be here just you know working around the house with some of the chores, the honeydews and stuff. But I'll leave you with that, guys. It wasn't gonna be a very long one, a long video. Right now, like I said, I need to tidy up certain things out here. I just cut the grass. I have the sprinklers working in the back of the house, and and see what happens with the wind, man. That darn wind. But and I tell my friends sometimes we're just gonna have to get adjusted. We're just gonna have to accept that it's gonna be ugly, right? We have to accept that it's gonna be ugly and windy, and we're just gonna have to function with it being ugly and windy. All right? We have to accept that fact that at least for the next couple of months or whatever, it's gonna be ugly and windy, and we still have to go out there even though it's that bad, and see how it goes. Well, I'll leave you with that, guys. Thank you for tagging along. Check out some of the other videos. I am a member of several fishing groups on Facebook. Check those out. And if you haven't joined my fishing group, it's called Anglers 48 Fishing Addict. I would, greatly appreciate you guys joining, and put your fishing adventures, pictures, any trips that you take, and if you have friends that want to post some nice pictures of fishing, hey, go ahead and do that. No, well, we can't go. It can't be a great day all the time, right? It can't be a great day if I go and I catch the limit, and I go and I catch the limit, and I go and I get a Texas slam. There's no motivation for me when I go again. When it's windy and I don't go, or when I haven't gone in a week or two, and I tell my wife, I tell her, hey man, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be there like for 2 days, and it's just gonna be relentless fishing, and she's all for it. Even she's saying, hey man, aren't you gonna go fishing? And I'm like, look outside, look outside, or yes, I'm gonna go, but I'm waiting for Tony. So she's very encouraging, right? And it's rare to have a wife, a significant other, a better half that does that, man. You know, so greatly appreciate my wife, love her to death, and once again, a lot of what I do is because of her encouragement. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that, guys. Thank you, Robert, for tuning in, and once again, see you out on the water. Until next time, from far Texas, in the Anglers 48 show, Anglers 48 signing off. Thanks for watching.